A huge thanks to Baby Audio for sponsoring this video. Charlie Puth continues to impress with his super wide and textured productions on his third studio album. Smells Like Me uses extremely percussive electric guitars, thick layers of backing vocals, and a genius ceiling synth. How Charlie has managed to create such a rhythmic track with such melodic instruments is incredibly impressive, and I'm going to show you how to do just that in 1 hour. And at the end, you can download the final Logic Pro project and stems for free down below. Stopwatch, 3, 2, 1, go! BPM 104. Create a software instrument, open up the synth, and select Alchemy, Electronic, Analog, Monster Punch. What a name. And the bass goes G sharp, D sharp, C sharp, D sharp, A sharp, B, A sharp. Because of my keyboard latency, we can Command A to select all the notes and Q to quantize, so they're perfectly in time. Command or to duplicate the MIDI across. Let's add in a plugin from Baby Audio, Parallel Aggressor. Let's add some spank and some heat. That spank makes it so much more punchy, and the heat gives it a bit more saturation. With it off and on, so much more punch. 6 minutes, 22 seconds. Off to a flying start. Let's keep that up. Create software instrument. Change the synth to retro synth. Synth keyboards. Let's try soft glider. Sounds great. And our texture sync goes 1 chord the whole way through. Shift / keep, so our notes are legato or lengthened out to the end of the MIDI block. Command or across. Let's go back to Baby Audio. Crystalline. Oh, that one's really cool. I think Crystalline's probably my favorite Baby Audio plugin. Oh, and turn off the auto bend. We don't need that. Let's also add in Baby Audio's tape, spelled T-A-I-P. This is already starting to get there. These Baby Audio plugins just really encourage creativity. Just mess around with all the presets and parameters and you're bound to come across some really cool sounds. I've really enjoyed using the Baby Audio plugins in this video, but they've many more over on their website, including a few free ones. So definitely head over to their website to check those out. And if you'd like to purchase the Baby Audio plugins, you can use my affiliate link down below and use the code 15acres to get 15% off, which is a lot of acres and a decent discount. And our time is 60 minutes, 7 seconds. We're going to need to keep moving fast to record in all those backing vocals. Create software instrument, ES2 synth, synth bass, sine bass, and make the attack a bit longer. And if you have headphones on, you'll be able to hear me record in the same line as the other bass. D sharp, A sharp, B. Functions, MIDI transform, fix the velocity, select and operate to narrow our dynamic range of our low frequencies. Command or that across, move it up. Option C, color the bass red, texture synth orange. 19 minutes, 5 seconds. We can always trust the sub bass to get us back on track. Create software instrument, retro synth again, synth keyboards, and soft glider. A good starting point. Let's go analog and let's edit the filter a little bit. Filter attack to about 260. Bring down its sustain and release, and longer attack on the amp envelope as well. Bring the semitones down to 0. Now we don't have that extra octave. And change shape 1 to a bit more square. And the chords go G, G sharp, C, F sharp, G sharp, B sharp, B6. I named those so wrong. I'll put the chord names right under here. Functions, MIDI transform, fix note length, so we can make the note length a little bit longer to really hear the filter develop. And Q to quantize those, about 80%. Pretty good, but we definitely need some Baby Audio spaced out. This plugin is also super fun. You can hit the dice to generate a different sound each time. That's so cool. Once again, just instantly getting inspiring sounds and encouraging creativity. Let's lower the intensity a little bit and mix it in a little bit more. Instantly sounds cool. Command or across. Command has to save. 25 minutes, 46 seconds. I'm having too much fun messing around with these plugins. Create a new software instrument, Digital Suburban Dext, which is a great free synth. Let's try number 14, analog. Option click and drag down the other chords. And let's try to mix them in. X to open up the mixer. Option click and drag across that spaced out plugin as well. Blends both synths in a little bit better. 29 minutes, 16 seconds. I do love it when you can just copy across the MIDI. Saves a lot of time. Create software instrument, drum kit, producer kits, Detroit Garage. And our kick and snare go like kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare. And and that pattern duplicates. We definitely want a bit of flam on our snare center and rim shot. Flam is when they hit at just slightly different times. Really thickens it out. Let's turn off the overheads, the kick out, snare bottom, and the room sound, and the leak sound. That's it, a lot more snappier. We actually want to sound a little bit like drum emulation here, as opposed to a real drum. Let's go to the snare top, dynamics, noise gate. Bring up the threshold. Maybe the hold to about 20 milliseconds and release to about 9. And we can always move with the hysteresis, which is kind of like a knee function, to get the snare open and closed really quickly, in that really 80s style. So off, then on. Getting that really snappy snare. And on the drum bus, Baby Audio, Parallel Aggressor. And let's use a preset, Snare Smack Dirty. Does exactly what it says on the tin. That is one smacky snare. I'm recording a hi-hat that goes... Control M, each of the hi-hats that hits at the same time as the snares. Command or across. Love it. 37 minutes, 7 seconds. That took a bit too long, but at least we have some of the rhythm section done. Right, guys? Let's keep going. Crate, new software instrument, retro synth, synth leads, cheerful melody. One of my favorite presets. And this melody goes like... X to open up the mixer and copy across our spaced out. A super but simple piece of ear candy. Option C, colour it blue and colour the drums yellow. Oh, and that second half happens a bit later. Perfect. 41 minutes and 24 seconds. Look at that. My strap just broke. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. If you know anyone at Fitbit, tell them to contact me, please. Well, it still works. Crate, a guitar track, crunch guitar, boutique tweed. The old reliable. And a guitar goes like... A sharp, C sharp, C sharp, D sharp, A sharp, B. I think the second half was much better, so duplicate it to the first half and crossfade them. Click on the channel to make sure it's a mono track, pan it hard left, Command D to duplicate the track, and pan this one to the right. And record in the same chords. A sharp, C sharp, C sharp, D sharp, A sharp, B. A sharp. Shift click to select both tracks. Shift Command G to create a group track. Cut out some of the low end. Baby Audio, you guessed it, Parallel Aggressor. Let's try bass guitar grab with it off and on. The spank is really helping with its percussiveness, and the heat is ramping up the distortion a tiny bit. Really, really nice. Let's add a bus 12, copy across the crystalline onto that. Oh, that reverb sounds so good. And let's give all the synths a tiny amount of that bus. If you're recording the guitar end, make sure you make it as percussive as possible. The more percussive that guitar is, the better. Lovely. 47 minutes, 33 seconds. Really running out of time. Quickly now. Crate, audio track, grab a microphone. I'm recording with an AKG 414 into my Apollo Twin X into Logic Pro. And hum in 7 beats of F sharp and 1 beat of a breath. Fade in and out, and option, click and drag across. Command D for BVB. A bit pitchy, so we can double click, flex pitch, turn on flex, change from slicing to flex pitch, scroll to the note, double click to pitch correct 100%, maybe bring down the vibrato a little bit. A bit robotic, but it's perfectly in tune. Command D, BVC. Command D, BVD. Pan one hard left, one hard right, and the other two 15 left and right. Command D for BVE, this time up the octave. A little bit pitchy, tune it, chop it, fade it, and copy it across. Lovely. Command D, BDF. Not much better that time. At least we have safety in numbers. Pan those ones 30 left and right. Shift Command G for a BV group track. EQ out some lows. Baby Audio. Tape. Let's look at the presets. That used to be a vocal. Definitely too much, but could be cool in some situation. Vocal saturation. I think that sounds pretty good. I love how the noise stops when you're not playing the track. That's a nice advantage. Baby Audio. Smooth operator. For all of you Carlos Sainz fans out there. Smooth operator. Number 10. Kiss of Life. Yes. We're adding some EQ and saturation, getting rid of those dangerous low mids that build up with vocals, but keeping those nice high frequencies. Let's get rid of some of the breaths, just the two wide ones. Ah, that sounds so nice, having the breath coming from the narrow and then hearing the voices all around your head. I hear the Japanese house use this trick all the time. And add some of that bus reverb as well. Lovely. So good. 53 minutes, 40 seconds. I keep having too much fun with these plugins. Somebody stop me. Great. New audio track. Fox AA. Definitely need the lyrics for this one. I hope the memory's killing you over there. Oh, bit rough, but we can make it work. Turn it down. Command D. Vocal double B. Don't even front, you know that you just can't compare. A little bit gentler that time. Some dulcet tones. Flex pitch again to tune these. We can always quantize to a specific key. F sharp major. Charlie's songs seem to always be an F sharp major. I think it's because it's a register most people can sing in, I think. Bring down the vibrato a tiny bit, and we can also 2-finger click to split a note in two and then tune them. Like me. Gorgeous. Command D, high octave double. Definitely need to drink some water for this one. Delicious. I hope the memory's killing you over there. Oh, that's very high. Too high. Definitely need to tune this one. So let's shift Command G, Vox group, add our crystalline bus, and bus 13 with some baby audio, comeback kid for some flavoursome delay. And we don't need any dry out on our bus. I hope the memory's killing you over there. And we can add some tape warp and some swirls on that. Lots of sauce. I hope the memory's killing you over there. And cut out some of the low end as well. Beautiful. I love it. We're so close now. Command D for harmony. Hey. Over there. A bit messy. With a bit of tuning, we can always make it work. Not too bad. First time lucky. You can never go wrong with some cheesy thirds. We can get rid of some of the empty space and fade it in. Command D, harmony B. Can't compare what it used to be. Bit more confident that time. Pan at 22 left, 22 right. That's actually pretty good. I'm excited now. If you're singing this yourself, don't sing in the S's as strong on smells. The sibilance really builds up quick. Or use a de-esser. I'm nearly out of time. We can pause it, right? One last sample, which we can rob from Charlie's TikTok.
Good thing I recorded his grunt. Now it sounds like this.
Create an audio track and dragged it in.
Recorded his grunt.
We can take the sample and we could pitch it and use distortion to get that sound. Or take his edited sample, put it on its own track. Starts on the and of one. Comes in on the and of the next bar, and the last bit happens twice. So we end up with perfect. Is that cheating? I don't know. Let me know down below. Grab it, duplicate it across. And don't forget to fade them all in and out. And a bit of bus reverb to put it in the same room. Would you look at that? It's time! Oh. This track is so cool. All the percussive elements are just so snappy and short, really adds to the overall rhythm. And I know I'm going to be singing those harmonies for a few days. A huge thanks again to Baby Audio for sponsoring this video. I really do love their plugins. You just throw them on and they instantly sound good. And there's so many presets to find the vibe you're looking for. Don't forget their link is down below and use the code 15acres to get 15% off, which is huge. And shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you. All right, will we sing the lead vocal live? Hard to be rude not to. Here we go. Charlie's register certainly doesn't suit me. And if you want to master stereo panning, look no further than this remake of Left and Right by Charlie Puth. There's some really top class tips in there, so I highly recommend it. Don't forget to check out Baby Audio.
Yeah.